Forecast Ordinary, episode 4. We are back.
Putting it down. We are back. Oh God, get it fucking off. Why did I
This
do
one
that?
stays.
Why did I do that?
This one stays.
Yeah, you know what? Keep it actually, because it is pretty awkward and funny.
Yeah, we've been away. He's been sick.
Again.
Can
you believe it? Throwing up.
That's why he's doubling up on the winter sweaters.
Well, I can't expose the extra weight loss I've
the
suffered
carcass frame
just recently. But yeah, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. I'll tell you what, I've missed it. I've missed being in
me too.
a confined space with this moron.
With this daps man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's kick it off. What have we got to talk about today? What have you got?
Well, I've got plenty, as you can see.
Yeah, I've always got plenty, as you can't see.
Okay, we'll go, then kick us off.
All right. Well, no, actually, let's talk about some of the reasons why we were a little slow for the episode 4. Obviously, you've said one of them is I was sick.
Yep. Again,
unbelievably, it was just 3 or 4 weeks ago that I got some influenza. It was just a few days ago we were meant to hit back. I got sick again. Just getting over that now. But obviously it wasn't only me. So I hear congrats are in order. Another, what is it, like the 7th kid you've got now or something?
4th kid.
8.
What I did is I tried to time 4th kid, 4th episode, you know.
That's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And that's why I wanted to hold on.
We're a couple of weeks
Luckily,
that,
thankfully, you got sick, so it all just meshed like that.
So you've got 9 kids now.
I've got 4 kids.
Right. And how's that going for you? How has it been?
It's busy.
Are you getting much sleep?
For my wife, obviously, I'm here doing this. And no, it's it's.
Is that cat sleeping at night, or is he?
Every 2 hours they wake up when they're newborns. You'll discover that for yourself if you ever become a man.
And who goes right? Well, that goes. Who is it that gets up and sorts that that baby boy out?
Well, obviously we sleep in separate rooms.
That white lad. So let me get this right. The separate rooms means you in your room.
Yeah.
And the wife with the 8 kids, 9 kids, whatever it is.
4 kids. Well, no. What happens is
you take the older and the easy.
Because don't forget, this is a Japanese system, and I've sort of fallen into that. Okay. Because I'm very much
fallen into
the family all being together in one room, and we power through together, and that's how it used to be. But over the years, once the novelty of kids has worn off, I'm.
Does it wear off?
No, I mean that I mean of getting up and feeding and wanting to be like a good dad and be there all the time.
You just want to stay.
That ship sailed. So now, seeing as I'm working.
Videos and stuff. Yeah.
Seeing as I'm working, you know, and it's a high pressure job, highly paid, highly pressured.
So
I need my sleep.
Would you say then, seeing as you're working, does that entail that your wife is not, kind of thing?
Yeah, that's right. I don't. Yeah, I've always been. I've always done what I can to make sure she doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to lift a finger, apart from when the babies
all the
come.
Work in the house, and that's because that's what I was.
Well, there's not a lot. I mean,
are you trying to say that she does nothing?
No, I absolutely.
Because I mean, it sounds like she's got all the kids all
would
the night.
Never say that. No, I mean, you know.
Right. Is she going to watch this by any chance?
She probably is one of the few that will.
Yeah.
But no, I'm only kidding. It's all great. I do my fair share. I do my bit here and there. And so when before the baby comes, right? Do you get all excited and you know stuff like that? Do you feel like, oh yeah, another 9th, 10th? Let's get this little lad out. You know, what's it like? Is it all exciting like it used to be? You touched on something there actually. As you move into the 3rd and 4th kid, they do just pop out. They just slide out, and a week later she's ready for the next. But we're drawing a line there. There will be no next.
Right.
I was tricked as it is into this one. I'm very happy to have it. Him, Rowan.
I'm very happy to have it. This young black boy.
But
white.
Taken after his father immediately from the get-go, but from the ghetto. But yeah. No, it's all good. And the excitement, it's more, with the first one, actually, it's more fear, if anything, and nerves. But now, once you're into 4, we've got everything down pat. It's no
all in the
problem.
other room.
So it is more exciting than worrying.
So what is it like then when your wife actually gives birth? Because the thing is, you have been doing this in Japan, right? So a lot of people are doing it back home. Maybe they have, I don't know, different procedures or different stages of doing it or whatever. But what is it like in Japan? What goes on in the room when, the delivery room?
There are things I like about Japan.
I mean the delivery room specifically here,
Right, you want to get to the baby coming out. And
yes.
Right, I don't think that varies from Japan to any other
Well,
place.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't experienced it yet, but it will. And
why don't you ask what you're really getting at, what you really want to know?
Well, what is it like? What do you see? What do they talk to you about when you're in there? Do they tell you anything? Do they?
Well, I can't really understand what they're saying. I mean,
10 years in,
they're great. They're there. There's regular checkups, so you get to know everyone before the day you go in. And in Japan, you stay.
All right. Well, let's.
This is getting pretty boring for all the.
Yeah. Fast forward it.
Yeah.
To the actual time. Heavy breathing. Panting. All the the red faces and all the rest of it. What's it like? What do you see?
Well, they try to steer you clear of being down at the feet end,
Right.
wisely so.
Clear of that, right? Okay.
Although, if I had done that, I probably would have cut the babies off at 1. But
Right,
anyway,
right.
so they keep you up the shoulder, to the side or to the shoulders, and you're there to
Hold hands
yep. and show support and talk them through it. Tell
Yep.
them it's going to be okay. Like you've got a fucking clue.
Yeah.
And yeah. So you do see certain things. There are
right.
things
and
you do see.
Can you just touch on that for us, please? Because I've heard the horror stories, but I would like to hear it from you.
Well, especially with the first baby, as the
on.
baby's head initially breaks out, you do see the jet stream of blood hit the midwife's apron, like think of Alien, the first Alien movie. It's like a scene from Alien, basically.
Okay, so you see,
and
the
in
blood.
fact, not only that, but when the alien is like stretching out the stomach like this, well, that's what it looks like. So, I've never seen one in that shape before until that day.
Right.
So you have to imagine that.
So that area is pretty much...
That area is
coming out.
And I'll do the action again. Until, bang, jet stream, blood everywhere. So, I mean, it's serious. I'm not even joking. It's 3D. There's basically a head encased in...
a shell. Oh my God.
So it's... I mean, you just do it. It's happening. It's you'll probably faint. To be honest.
Well, I firstly won't go to look at that part.
You can't avoid it. I mean,
I will avoid it.
It's like a car crash. You don't want to look. Don't look.
I will definitely not look at it. I'll not wait. No way. I will not look at it. Like after what you've said, I can't.
So you're just gonna look at their face.
I'll look at her face and say, "Come on, like that, until I hear,
like it's some sort of horse race.
Because you hear it, obviously, right? Do you hear it all splat out, and you hear it?
You
fall
hear
out?
certain
Do you hear it break out,
rips and tears, and screams that you can do nothing to.
Jesus.
I mean, I was no support. Because they don't even know you're there once you get into it, into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it, yeah.
But I think what we've done is we've started episode 4 on a bit of a downer. But anyway,
but it's funny because it's funny for me. But yeah, we'll move on to something else. I feel quite sick.
But anyone there, who is pregnant and looking forward to your first kid, good luck.
Yeah, and
don't watch Aliens.
If you've got a husband, if you're the husband, just don't watch. That's it.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you, this is genuine advice for any husbands out there about to go through it. The best thing you can do is learn to back massage, because if you can do that, and my first kid, we're talking 24 hours straight massage. I'm talking
rubbing for 24
honestly,
hours.
the women don't know, they don't know they're born, okay, because it is hell.
Oh God.
The birth, that only takes an hour or so.
Jesus.
A couple of hours. And yes, the pain may be excruciating, but imagine massaging for 24 hours non-stop. And you just want to break, so I turn, I just get my hands a shake, grab a drink. No, do it again. Oh, fucking hell. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean until you go through it. But
Oh, Jesus.
24 hours, I'm not sure you fully comprehend that. Of thumbs, hard, because all the time say, no, the pain's more, you're going to get harder. So if you learn to do that, and unlike me, like maybe practice, build up an hour today, an hour next week, so that you have stamina, okay? Because that shit hurts.
That shit's hurts.
It does.
That shit's hurts.
It does.
That shit's hurts.
It does. And so know how to massage. Be prepared. It's the contraction stage, the labour stage before the birth, before you're even in the delivery room, because no one's there helping you then. You're fucked off. You're in your own room. That's why they had a private room, I think. They talk you into that. Then there's no nurses around. They've all fucked off.
Take that.
For 24 hours. 24 hours. I'm pressing that bell, that orange button.
The shit out of
no
it.
one's coming. No one's coming.
No one's coming.
Well, they do come. They put their hand. No, it's there's still plenty of time yet, and they shut the door. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Well,
I've got some things to talk about,
okay.
And it's not.
Wait.
Exploding vaginas.
Can I just possibly add a twist to that, right?
Yep. Go ahead. What if the baby was white?
Well, that's easily happen, What if the baby came out was proper black?
Go, son.
No, but I mean like really black.
From my mum's side. And then...
No, but I mean like really black. Because I mean the other kids are all pretty white, There's no darkness going on.
They're like me. They're
white.
Somewhere down. It's somewhere in the middle.
White.
But I would...
if
sometimes,
proper,
obviously, I'm not, African black.
You're not any black.
So the thing is, because... Obviously, I have the genes, my mum's side of the family. The baby could easily be black, and
well, it couldn't be that midnight though.
Would it be
I'm
weird?
Talking about if it was like black, like midnight. It came out like a fresh.
I'm not saying there wouldn't be questions to answer. That I would need answering myself. But after that initial investigation, I would, that's my baby, and that's my black skins.
That's my baby.
And that's it. And that's
right.
So
okay. Well,
what if when you have your first baby, bearing in mind the sonograms and all that, they're not in colour. You have a baby, and your baby is in fact African American.
I'd be fucking livid. I would literally. I'd say that's not my wife. You're not my wife.
And what if the doctor? So I'll be the doctor, and
I
say you're obviously stressed, sir. But honestly, it is very rare. I'll give you that. But in some cases, this does actually happen. Sometimes you can give birth to a baby that looks of a completely different race. There's, and so don't jump to conclusions just yet, because there is a 1 in a 17.5 million% chance that baby could be yours. Okay, so don't immediately jump.
Well, I wouldn't be saying that's my baby. I wouldn't be saying
so
that.
So take it into your arms. Don't cut the umbilical cord.
Say no.
Cut the black umbilical cord, because you may never get this chance back.
Say
and once we do the DNA test,
cut.
Okay. Now hold the baby. Look into the baby's eyes. Okay. Call it son. And take it, hug it close to your breast.
It's not my baby, mate. This is not my baby.
And it's weird. Don't hold them.
Right. It's not my baby. I would demand some results are done on that day, in that instant. Let me say that. And if it even came out that was not my baby, there would be hell to pay. Let me tell you that. No one would be happy with that experience. Let me put it that way. People wouldn't be going back playing Happy Families anyway.
you would. Fast forward
a couple.
He's at home feeding the baby, and there's other people saying, and you hear them talking. Is that his baby? Is that
this is my baby?
It's my baby, and I don't want to hear any more about
it.
No, pass me the bottle. And it's just, and meanwhile the wife, she's out. You think she's shopping? She's been gone. She's been gone hours.
Ghanaians.
Didn't she? Okay.
Well, anyway. Fuck it off. That's depressing.
So, so this is a famous. I learned about this at college in psychology. It come up and it's really famous.
Class.
Yeah, we were. So you've probably heard it. But this is it goes around the internet and it's a problem. So. It's called the trolley problem or the train problem. Right. It's like a thought experiment in ethics. What's the right thing to do? So I'll tell you what it is. There's a runaway trolley or a cart or like a train or something, and it's barreling down the tracks. Okay. Now ahead on the tracks there are 5 people. They're tied up. They're unable to move. Okay.
Right.
That is a turn of events. How unlucky is that? You're tied up on a track and all. But anyway, they're on the tracks, tied up. They can't move. And the trolley's headed straight for them. You're standing some distance off in the train yard, the trolley yard, next to a lever. Okay? Now, if you pull this lever, the trolley will switch to a different set of tracks. However, you notice before pulling the lever that on that set of tracks there is one person tied up on the side track. So you've got 2 options. You can do nothing, and that trolley is going to smash through and kill those 5 people. Or you pull the lever, diverting the trolley, where you will kill the one person. What do you choose to do? Now, there's no right or wrong, and there's this question. That's why it's been around for years. But this is just what do you choose to do, and then you explain your choice.
Oh, with the explanation, of course. Well, if there was no other sort of way of stopping that train, the only thing was to pull the lever or not. I'd probably pull it.
And why would you do that?
Because I think that, it's not better to kill one person than to kill 5, but the outcome is surely easier. Well, not easier, but less harsh to save the 5.
Well, you have saved 5. Yeah, that's true.
So if I could save 5.
So you can imagine already, if we got really deep into this can lead to all sorts of things. Because now I could take your logic. So you think it's better to save 5 people than kill 1 people to save the 5. Basically.
Kill 1 person rather than
save more.
Yeah.
By your logic. Okay, so if we take that same logic now and we move it over into a hospital, okay, and there are 5 people, they're all about to die, they all need an organ transplant. By chance, your mother, healthy, fit as a fiddle, walks into that hospital, okay, and the doctor looks her over and he thinks, I tell you what, if I just put her to sleep now while she's doing this routine checkup, I can take out her organs and save those 5 people, but she dies. So by your logic...
this is situation dependent, isn't it?
Well, no, but then is that okay in your mind?
On the...
Obviously it's your mother.
In the bottom line of it, it's never okay, but at the same time, it's what...
Okay, so the doctor comes to you and he says, look, I understand you're upset, but there were 5 people, they were about to die, and... I had limited amount of time, and your mum was there.
So did you talk to her first? Or did you?
No, I just what I did.
You didn't just put her under.
And I didn't want to distress her or distress anyone.
Organs for everyone.
But it
happens.
I heard about you down at the rail yard, and so okay, so we all square. Okay, out for drinks later.
I would say under that circumstance. Nothing's really all square.
Okay, but anyway, you get the idea. This can go on.
It can be manipulated into many different ways of outcomes. But
so how about this? So this is we go back to the trolley problem.
Yep.
So this time, this is the fat man scenario. Okay, we change it.
Fat man scenario.
As before, a trolley is hurtling down a track towards 5 people. You're on a bridge this time, under which the trolley will pass, and you can stop it by putting something very heavy in front of it. As it happens, there is a very fat man next to you. Your only way to stop the trolley is to push him over the bridge and onto the track, killing him to save 5. So earlier you pulled the lever, you had no problem with that. Now there's a fat man there, there's no lever. Would you push him over to save the 5?
No, I don't think I would.
And why?
It wouldn't be
Why
the
not?
first thing to think about, because...
But there's only 2 options. You've weighed it up.
Am I
Do
fully
nothing.
aware that those are the only
There's
options?
absolutely no other option.
And is the fat guy aware?
He's just looking. He's just.
He's
He
just
hasn't.
looking.
He's not only
He's gonna be
fat.
taking
He's
a close look
stupid.
up. Right.
Okay, and those.
I
are,
couldn't do it, mate, because to be honest, that's by my, it's all by my hands. But for me to actually stand by him and push him down, and push him under a train, that's a really, really tricky spin off the same thing.
But
isn't
you'd
it,
be
really?
saving 5 people.
Yeah, but at the same time, I've actually.
The doctor did it,
Happens, yeah.
and he's a doctor, so
I don't think I'd be pushing him. Let me put it that way.
no. What if
That's
what if there was a lever
drastic.
and there was a trap door and you pull the lever and the fat man fell through the trap
Nah.
door? So you didn't physically touch him. No, still the.
No, because I just couldn't do it. It's just not.
But you could pull the lever and divert the train.
Well, it seems a bit different, doesn't it? It's another spin on it. It's like, it's just not. It's not the same. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But to have someone right next to you and just do the shade on them.
And the way we settled it, the way we settled it in the end was
right.
You have to do whatever you think. So you imagine the type of world you would want to live in, and that's the course of action you could choose. So if your mum's in the hospital, would you want someone to kill her and take her apart? No, so you probably wouldn't choose that option. Would you? You know what I mean? I mean, obviously this is a really difficult thing, and yeah. So anyway, on to other things. My sister recommended this. There's a TV show, I think it's in the UK, called Snog, Marry, Avoid. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay, well, so I name 3 famous people, women, could be men, but I'm not going to do anything like that. 3 famous people, and you have to choose 1 to snog or kiss, 1 to marry, and 1 to avoid. Okay, so you ready? There's no complications. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, Megan Fox, Kim Kardashian, Rihanna. And you name them back to me and you say snog, marry, avoid, whichever one.
Well, I would probably...
And this is just for people to get an insight into you. What type of...
Because the thing is, like...
Megan Fox from Transformers, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll marry that bitch, yeah.
Okay.
I'll marry that one. I'll snog
You hear that, Megan? He's
the
out
one
there.
with a bit of piggy face. And then I'll avoid the other one, the one that's, a bit of annoying.
Which one? So
What's the name?
You marry Megan Fox.
Yeah, I'll marry her, yeah.
You can avoid or snog Kim Kardashian or Rihanna.
I would snog Rihanna, and then I would avoid the other one.
You'd avoid Kim Kardashian. Wow. That is a turn up. Okay. Angelina Jolie.
Oh.
Oprah.
Jesus. I think it's going to get any worse.
Pulling a face at the only black woman.
What's the other one?
Ellen.
No. What was the first one again?
Angelina Jolie.
Okay, so I would marry her.
Oprah.
I would avoid
Angelina
her.
Jolie has adopted black babies, though.
Yeah, it's okay. They're not biologically hers.
Oprah.
We can get rid of them.
Oprah.
I would avoid. And the lesbian, I would
Ellen.
snog. Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a
Avril
kick.
Lavigne.
Oh.
Whoopi Goldberg. Judge Judy.
Oh. I would marry Avril. I would snog Judge Judy. Surprise. And then I would avoid the whoopster.
Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, so she has been thrown.
Is this
to the
going anyway? Is
wayside.
this another racial test or something?
It isn't, but now that you mention
Right.
it, I
Because it
have
seems to
picked
be
up
going
on a
only
few
one
things.
way,
No,
so
it's fine
I can
because
only
Rihanna, the young black lady wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't cast aside.
Michelle Obama.
Right.
Cameron Diaz. Jennifer Lopez.
Oh God. What was what was the second one?
Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
Diaz.
I would marry her.
Yep.
What was the third?
Jennifer Lopez.
I would snog. This is clear. And then the Obama I would avoid.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully the last one will be the decider because this is fair.
Right. Well, here we go.
Some might say, "Well, Oprah, she's not as good looking as the others. He set you up there." So I'll do this.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, I like her. Yeah.
Jessica Alba.
I like her too. Yeah.
Beyonce. Who doesn't like a bit of Beyonce?
That's a very difficult one because they're all.
Your first instinct.
I would marry Scarlett. I would snog Jessica Alba,
right,
and then cast aside the other.
Okay, so any man that would cast aside Beyonce, I think.
Well, I mean, it's a worthy cause of a castaway because the other two were pretty hot.
Okay. Well,
They also don't have black babies, but.
Okay. Well, we've heard nothing from Mario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the hell is this Mario?
So Mario, I don't know. Yeah, I think he was right. Maybe it was all just a piss take, and you.
It's false.
But anyway, I don't know. So I still think he'll get back to us in time. But I looked him up. I found him on LinkedIn and stuff. And he's a high flyer, mate. He probably hasn't got time to keep up with that.
In this. But let me ask you this. Have you checked up if he's liked or put any own videos up since he made the comment on ours? Has he just, has he been using YouTube and just avoiding us? Or is he,
I haven't noticed anything. I've subscribed to his channel.
Nothing's come
There
up.
hasn't been a sniff. But like I say, I looked him up. High flyer, executive, IT. He's making moves. He's making money. He's
a big player.
He probably doesn't spend as much time on YouTube as we'd perhaps like.
Number one fan and all that. You'd expect him to.
In his own time. But but we did get another comment.
Right. Yeah.
From someone. Okay, so I'll read it out.
Let's refresh it. Yeah.
This is from you. I know you've read this, but it was a while ago. Jagvir Sahota.
Jesus.
Okay.
It's already.
He says, "Hey guys."
Jagvert. Yeah.
He says, "Hey guys. Salam alaikum." Do you know what that means?
Fucking what is it?
You've just read my notes. So you meant
No, I didn't. But doesn't it mean something like all prosperity to you and
peace be upon you?
Right. Okay.
My brother. No, I added the my brother part just to annoy you. He said, "I really enjoyed episode 3. No surprises there. You guys make such a cute couple." He's trying to be funny. Trying to be funny. Seeing as you guys have made it work, how would you guys react if your son... I see what he did. Okay. How would you guys react if your sons were homosexual and brought home interracial lovers? Okay. Also, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you guys while in Japan? Looking forward to the next episode, okay? And Jagvir, by the way, I looked it up. It means warrior of the world.
Right.
World winner. Okay. So I just thought you'd be interested in that.
Okay, well, sounds like shite.
Okay. So what I'll do is, if we go on to the most embarrassing thing in Japan, because I've got one.
Right.
I don't know if you have, but my most embarrassing moment... Well, it's not really in Japan, it's just my most... In fact, it's not even embarrassing, it's regretful. The embarrassing moment will come now in Japan when I say it to you.
Do I know about this?
You don't. You've never heard this story.
This should be fun then.
Okay, so...
This should be fun.
So it's only embarrassing now as it comes out of my mouth and I realise this is the
Let's
main
have it then,
public.
let's have it.
So...
Jagvert.
Many years ago...
Yep.
There was a house party, okay, and there was a girl I liked at this house party, and we'd been both drinking way too much, okay. So I don't want you to think I took advantage of a drunk girl. I was also drunk,
right?
And she also reciprocated. She also liked me. We knew it, but for certain reasons, it had to be kept on the low. Let's say, okay,
right.
she felt a bit sick, and she went upstairs, and she asked me to help her, right? Well, she saw her chance, and she tried to drag me out of the room, and we went upstairs, and
the Rohypnol took
to get took its full effect. No,
Jesus.
No. What happened was, and this is the embarrassing part. So anyway, she did throw up, and you have to understand this girl was hot. Okay, before I tell you this part, and you know, there probably wouldn't be another chance again. This girl did throw up, and then she threw up in the toilet. I helped her out, and then I took her back to
the bed.
The
best.
But no.
Where's next?
Because she obviously needed to
Jesus
sleep.
Christ.
Okay, but in her state,
Yeah.
she thought this would be a good time to take things further. Okay, and in my weakened state, I thought,
Right.
okay, then maybe we will. So the thing is, kissing someone that's just thrown up, and after finishing that kiss, finding chunks of their I don't know, carrot or whatever it was in your mouth. So that's a regretful moment for me. It wasn't worth it. And saying that now,
So what actually happened though after that? Did you?
that's where the story ends. But the point is, and I'm okay. There may have been more than one kiss and more than one chunk. But the thing is, I regret that, and I wanted to get that off my chest. And I've never told you, just because I've forgotten, to be honest.
So someone was pretty much sick in your mouth.
No, they were not sick in my mouth.
Well,
but they may as well have been.
Went in your mouth
because
their sick did go in your mouth, right?
The taste of it absolutely did.
They're chunks, right?
Yeah, there was.
So their sick went in your mouth, and then at that point,
and then they were smiling, and I was looking
Right,
down.
well.
I could see it in their teeth.
Oh.
And then they'd bring my head in for another, and so yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
So at that time, when you could have stopped it, you didn't.
No, and I put that down to being drunk.
Right. Well, that's...
Because if I tell you
Right
what,
on.
I would not do that now, and I would not do it again, drunk or not, because there's nothing worse than, except perhaps a Kentucky Klondike or whatever it is. There's nothing worse than tasting someone else's vomit, and I don't care how hot you were, love, you know who I'm talking to. That is, it's regretful to say the least. So there you go. That's my most embarrassing moment in Japan. Yep,
they're sick.
Yep. And it wasn't like new. It wasn't like
And
they'd just
then-
been eating pizza and it tastes like pizza. She hadn't eaten for hours.
Right.
So
And then you slipped them the little white willy, and it was done.
I did no such thing. Yeah. So anyway, back to Jagvir. He also asked us.
What is this guy asking?
He also asked us if your son was homosexual and he brought home
Wouldn't
an
happen.
interracial lover.
Yeah.
Okay, it wouldn't happen,
Wouldn't
but
happen.
it will happen, because this is after we had such rave reviews of our last role play.
Right.
I thought we would. Oh wait! Before we go on to that, you haven't discussed your most embarrassing
I
moment.
was trying to think it.
Well,
as-
I've got
as
one.
you
I've
were.
got one.
Well, I mean, tell me if you can remember
Okay,
one.
it might not be embarrassing at the time,
I
but I
honestly
think
don't.
it'll be similar to mine, regretful, and you'll remember this. You were dating a girl, I don't know, about a week, and see if this jogs your memory. Something made you end that relationship rather abruptly.
I mean, there's been many of them, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Along the lines of my story, something that disgusted you.
See, the thing is, I don't have many of those experiences. There's only one that really comes to my mind, and that is, and you're gonna have to, tell me if I'm right after I've told this story, and I hope that this is the story. Because
If it's not, there'll be
I've
two
got more.
stories.
But yeah, I think what it was is I was also working a long time ago with that girl.
Yeah.
Right, and in Japan, people take the shower in the night, and they don't in the morning.
This is the story.
Yeah. Okay. Then, well, yeah. Thank Japanese people take their baths or showers in the night.
I've just thought of some more embarrassing ones for you, but
more the merrier. And then they sleep through, and then they don't take a shower or a bath in the morning. They just wash their face and do their hair. And
animals.
Exactly my point. Anyway, I still did it. So anyway, it went from shower in the night, slept into the morning, and then go to work all day.
Stanking.
And then meet up, go somewhere for one thing and that only. And I remember I was feeling a little bit wild, you know, a little bit hyped up. I knew what I wanted. So someone was, you know, put maybe over a table, and and something was pulled down. And as something was pulled down, I was met with the smell of poo. And I that for me was like, you nasty bitch. No, I didn't know what to do. I had a choice, of course. Do I leave?
Well, I think
this?
you did know what to do. What did you do?
Or do I plough on and sort of, you know, soldier on? I soldiered on, even with the smell.
Were things ever the same again?
Nah, I was put off. You know, I was really put off, and I still remember the smell of that. Actually, it was like a kind of a slightly sweaty. Someone been for a shit a couple of hours before, kind of thing. It was, you know, it was like that. It was grimy, and it hit me, and I was like, ooh. But I still jumped in, you know.
You thought, well, I'm here now.
Still jumped in at, you know, on the bare minimum as well, because that's a mood killer right there. I'll tell you that. That's a finisher, you know. So, you know, and I think I even struggled to go through with it all. To be honest, I kept thinking like, this isn't right. You know, this isn't right. still, you know, whatever. Anyway, that I think is one of the only embarrassing stories about those things. Did
the smell get worse as you?
No, but as it warmed up and jiggled about, I could still smell it, because obviously the cheeks were spreading,
right?
And you know, and it was It was not one of my proudest moments, but
worse than my story.
It could have been, but at least I didn't taste it. Well, I pretty much did, because I fucking took it in. I tasted it. Yeah, that's what we'll say for that. And it was never going to happen again. So that's been the rule since.
But didn't you later go down on that?
No way. None of that's ever happened. Things finished very quickly after that. It was done, and it was, you know, I remember, because this is another funny side of it. It was all happy, and you know, it got the dick, and it was all, you know, it wanted all the kisses and was all lovey, and I was like, you know, all right,
because there wasn't enough dick.
We got it. No, I was like,
fucking kiss me then.
I was like, well, you know, we've got to get.
I'll tell you what. That's why she didn't bother wiping her ass. I'm not wiping my ass for that dick.
No, well, the thing is, this was the best dick she's ever had. Anyway, yeah, like I said, she wanted to kiss and all the rest of it, and I was like, no, bitch, we got to get the fuck up out of here, you know.
The room stinks. Crack a window at least.
You know, because that really put me off. Yeah. I was done. So I needed to get the hell out of there, and I got out as quickly as I could. I had already changed, and she was still there trying to change her clothes and shit, and I was like, for fuck.
Just pull them up. Pull them up.
What is this bitch doing? And yeah, eventually we did get the hell out of there. I think she got the message, but she obviously doesn't know why until... Yes. So if you out there, wipe your ass, bitch.
And I'll
use the toilet jets.
And I will be tagging you in this.
So be it, you know.
Okay. So okay, well,
that's I guess that's. Really
so our friend Jagvir.
Yep.
Who, by the way, will be visiting Japan very shortly. It's
right.
come to my attention, so we'll you know, keep you posted on that, because we may even get him here.
Jagvir coming Japan, I'm thinking, yeah, coming.
Sit him next to you, and he's in fact a doctor.
Oh yeah?
No, he's not. He's a dentist.
Think so.
He's a dentist.
Not with that name, he isn't.
He's a dentist. You know.
Right.
So yeah,
Indian name preaching.
We will. Yeah, I saw a photo of him. He looks Pakistani.
Right. Well.
Best of both worlds.
Wait. Yeah. No.
So I will rather like his girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen her, but.
Okay. So anyway,
Yeah,
he asked
more than
us,
likely.
what would we do if our son turned up gay? Okay. So and with an interracial partner. So I'm gonna. I've got a few points. To prompt me, and we'll because everyone loved the role play last time. I thought,
I'm down for another
we'll do it
role
again.
play, yeah. All right,
We'll do it again.
I'm down for another role play.
You were great at playing the dad, so
Right.
you're the dad, and this time I'll be the gay son.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And
I'll
then
do-
we'll
I'll
flip
take-
it. We'll maybe flip it.
Maybe not, but we'll.
Yeah,
I'll be-
maybe not.
We'll
We're
let's see.
flipping it.
Okay. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
let's see. So, Dad, I've got something to tell you, and
All right, yeah.
and I know this is coming at a bad time, probably. Just
No,
after,
you're all
no,
good,
no. I mean, with Stacey, telling you she was pregnant with Tyreek's baby, and
Oh, okay, yeah,
especially
right.
since
You're
now she's
still-
not
you're
even
still
sure
rolling
if
on
it
that
is
one,
Tyreek's baby.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
No, it turns out it could be Jamal's after all. So anyway, I know this isn't the best time, but
like a story.
But this is important. I really
Yeah.
have to get this
let's
out.
Get it off, yeah.
I know you're not going to like this, but I've got to tell you, Dad.
Right, let's hear it.
I am gay.
Right.
Okay. His name is Jagveer.
His
Dad.
name. We're just going straight into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Jagveer. And,
Can we talk about the gayness first, or?
Well, I love him, and his dick isn't the biggest I've ever taken. Not by a
What?
long shot.
What the hell? Who says?
But I know I can just open up to you and tell you these things, but
Right. I don't know what gave you that impression.
And I'm sorry, I've been drinking Red Bull and coffee all day to get
Right.
me ready for this moment.
Well, you shouldn't have.
To
yeah.
tell you. So yeah, and
I wish you hadn't.
I saw how accepting you were of Stacey's situation, and I thought this would be I'd be a shoe in here. So I just thought I'd tell you. But I love him, and he loves me, and what he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in other ways.
In love.
He's gentle, and he's a very very generous lover, Dad. So you've got no worries there.
Right, can you
I
tell me
always-
his name one more time, please? Sorry.
Jagveer.
Right, well, we've got a
Sahota.
problem there. We've got a problem there, son.
He's a dentist, Dad. He's not like Stacey's boyfriend. No, he's a dentist, and he's I always come first, Dad. Is what I'm trying to say. He's very. He's generous, so it's totally different to the Stacey situation. She's clearly been taken advantage of there. So the point is, Dad, I can't be hetty anymore.
Right.
That's you. That's not me.
Right.
I can't do the hetty thing. So do you want to ask me anything? Do you even care at all? Or, do you want to know anything? Do you want to know how it feels?
No, that wasn't really what I was going to ask. I was more wondering, like, when did this sort of come about? When did this happen?
It's all sort of snowballed fairly recently.
When did you know you were gay?
Well, it's not just gay, Dad. I'm a chicken.
What?
I'm a fucking grade A chicken, Dad. I'm a chicken hawk.
Right.
I'm ready. I'm ready to be plucked, Dad.
Right. When did this start?
That means I see a lot. A chicken is someone who goes for the older man.
Yeah. How old is Jagvid?
Jagveer, he's in his 30s, I think.
Right.
He looks older, but he's not. He's in his 30s, and like I
Right.
say, he's got a good job. And this all started. Do you remember? Your friend Martin? Silly question, of course you do. You work with him. Your best friend at work.
Doesn't ring any bells, son.
Your best friend at
Son
work.
of mine.
Your best friend at work, Martin.
Oh, Martin. Yeah. What a time for this conversation. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, I know Martin.
Well,
is he all right,
because you're saying how did this start,
Yeah.
and he's really helped me.
Yeah, Martin's a good man. Yeah.
He is. He's helped me know.
Been a
and
help to me too.
He'd come round. He'd come
Yeah.
round here, and he's really helped me to
Right,
get
yeah.
in touch with my true self.
Oh, has he? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was the one who encouraged me first to just go for it, to just taste that dick
Did he?
and try one.
Right. Well,
toss my first salad, and he he empowered me. So
Well, there's quite some things coming from your mouth.
so
right
the point is that I want him to thank you from me, from all of us, because without him I wouldn't have been able to.
Well, what's Jagvit's family saying about these things? Can I just ask about that? Have they got any input for these things? 'Cause getting to know as a concerned parent.
Jag for his family, they're all for it.
Right.
In fact, they couldn't be happier.
Right. Well, that's not usually the case for Asian families, son. Was this an arranged gay matchup? What? In fact, son, what's going on here?
No, it's not. But you see, we don't do things together anymore.
Where is
Dad.
Rajit from, son? Can I just ask that?
He's from Pakistan.
Right.
Well, at least he looks like he's. I've never really
you
discussed
don't know.
it with him.
You've not got down to these. How long have you been with
with
Raj,
him?
can I just ask?
With him,
right. With him, yeah. There's no one other to ask about. Yeah,
it's
him.
fairly recent.
Oh.
Few weeks, but I mean,
Right.
but it's real,
that's
Dad.
nice, yeah.
So we just don't do things together anymore, and I just want us to go basket shopping together.
Oh.
Like a real family, just you and me. Basket shopping. Are you up for?
I'll tell you what,
Do you
son. I'm fucking not up for that, son.
Do you? Maybe you don't understand. Do you know what basket shopping is, Dad?
I don't want to know what it is.
You
son.
know a man's basket. Well,
I don't know a man's basket. I don't know any man's basket.
A man's crotch.
I know my own basket.
So we look at the man's crotch and we say, "Oh, will he be good?" Or
it's
just fun, Dad. It's just for fun. It's silly fun.
Well, where'd you go to do that then?
The mall, the town centre.
You do what?
The local shop. But I want that to be a father-son thing. We can do that.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I can. Not sure I can help you on that one, son. I'm not sure I can do that.
We could just go to a zipper club.
A what club?
A zipper
What's
club.
One of them?
A zipper club. Well, I'll talk to you about that. That's probably a step up. I thought we'd start with the basket shopping and we'd move.
Have you contacted your mum about this? Because I know I've recently found out she's ran away from the family.
Well, that was largely down to you, Dad. But
right.
But Dad, all I want to hear from you is that you accept us and you accept our relationship.
I bloody don't accept it. I bloody do not accept it.
So Stacey was right then. She said you'd be like.
Stacey's a fucking whore. She ain't no daughter of mine, and she better return them tits. Jesus Christ.
So, but Dad, look, I don't want to talk about Stacey.
Listen, son. I'm not accepting any of your bullshit.
Dad, have you ever sucked a dick? Is what I'm trying to say.
No.
Really? Because
I've never. No.
Some people think you look like.
No.
You might have. Well, then, Dad, let me.
I've
Okay.
never.
Then, if you've never tasted one, how do you know you wouldn't like it?
Because I know. Because I know.
Dad, listen. You tell me. You say if you haven't tried it, try it, or you can't judge.
Can I just cut you there and just say, can you, relay this to Jagjit or whatever the fuck his name is? I'll say to him, yeah.
It's very disrespectful, Dad.
Go home. You're not any dentist to me.
He is actually. It will be in your local dentist. In the forthcoming months, because he's been relocated to be closer to me.
Well, then we're relocating.
And I organised it.
We're relocating.
I organised it so that he would be your dentist.
Well, that's very nice of you, son.
Because if you know him, you'd get to like him.
No, I wouldn't, son. Sorry, I'm not accepting that. Sorry, son. You're gonna have to relocate.
I'm gonna have to relocate.
You're gonna have to relocate.
So you're tossing me out now?
You're out. You and Jagjit are out.
Well, he's Dad. I don't think you understand. He's a world warrior, Dad. He's a world winner, a warrior for the world.
Take
or some shit.
He's him. He can take his world, and he can fuck off somewhere else.
I think is this purely because he's Pakistani?
There's a
Indian
There's
name.
a lot of things. There's a lot of things, that are against it for me. One of them being that, yeah, I will say.
Would it make a difference if he had a bigger dick? Would you be okay? Would you accept the fact if he had a bigger dick? And
I mean, if he was white, we could talk about it. But the thing is, this isn't happening. And
there'll be no chance of a bigger dick there, Dad. I mean, I'm trying to keep.
Well, he's Indian. He's going to be smaller than whites. Jesus, everyone knows that, right?
Okay. Well, I don't think there's any point even talking to you about this. I'm going to
relocate. Yeah. Why don't you go over to Pakistan? Let's see how long you last there with all the little brown willies. Let's see how long you last out there, son. Old son of mine. Take your stupid sister as well, and her fucking idiot boyfriends. Get them fuckers out of here as soon as possible.
You're not even going to see your grandkid at this rate.
That's a fucking great bit of news, that is.
Right. Okay. I can't breathe anymore, so I'm gonna have to cut that.
Right.
Knock that on the head. But
Okay, so-
but anyway, yeah, good to see your.
Actually, you know what would you be like if because you've got 5 sons. So if one of those
2 sons.
if one of those cats came back and was like, you know, let's jump into this. Actually, are you ready for this? Are you ready?
It's difficult
So-
to imagine since
yeah.
my sons are 1 and 0. But yeah.
Well, you know, at least you can imagine a bit more than me. So let's just say this, all right? So he
I
comes.
feel like we're going over old ground.
He come-
I'm not sure we're going to get
we
any
can-
comedy
we can,
out of
we
it.
can come out and come down again. So your son comes to you, and he says to you, "Dad, I've got something really important to talk to you about."
Not now. So can we talk about this later?
I'm sorry, son. I know you're busy on
I am really
the
busy.
Xbox and X videos. I really need to talk to you about this. I don't want to cut
Whatever
your
it
very
is,
important life off.
whatever it is, and I've got no idea what it is. please take some time, perhaps
Right.
30 days or
I've
so,
took a lot
to
of time.
think about this carefully. Talk to some people. Don't action anything now.
Dad,
Talk to some. I'll pay for a therapist. I've got
Dad.
anything.
Dad, can
I'm
I-
sure
can I
they're
just-
better qualified to handle this.
Dad.
Where's your mum?
Dad,
Where is
Dad,
your mum?
Mom is in the back room with all the other kids because you don't help her. Mum,
Right.
That's why I'm coming
Oh,
to
this-
you.
that's-
I don't
that's
want
really
to
come back
interrupt.
to bite me in the arse,
I
hasn't
don't
it?
want to interrupt your. I don't really want to interrupt your Xbox time, and I know you've got X videos on the phone, but. Dad, can I really just talk to you? Only take a few seconds, Dad, please. Can you help me out?
Well,
Okay, Dad, now that I've got your attention, Dad, I'm...
Incoming. There's a phone call just coming in now, and I'm gonna have to take that. That's work.
Dad, I'm gay. I know you heard me, Dad.
I'm gonna have to
Dad.
call you back.
Dad, I can see you looking at me, Dad.
You won't
Dad,
believe
there's no
what
one on
this
the
twat
phone.
is saying to
Dad,
me.
there's no one on the phone, Dad. Okay, Dad. Dad, I've been taking Black Willies for about 5 years now, Dad.
Well, I'm glad you're keeping it in the family, son. But the thing is, this is obviously a phase.
Could you just listen to me, Dad, please? Just, you know, that's why Mum's in the back room talking to Nigerians on the webcam. Dad, can I just talk to you, please? Thank you, Dad.
Cash, I imagine.
Thank you, Dad. So, Dad, I've developed a little bit of love for the black dick.
Son, why are you talking like Gordon Ramsay?
Dad, because I like black willies. I need to talk to you about this, Dad. Dad, can I get your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I don't. How old are you, son? By the way, I know
Dad,
that's.
I've
something
just
I
turned
should-
18. I haven't had any
course you
Indian willies because they are too small for me. I've had a couple of big white guys, but you know, I at the minute I'm dating a black lad, and he's a black lad, and he's called Marcus.
Right.
And he says to me that he says to me,
Son, it's
He
almost
says
as
to
if
me-
you're enjoying this.
he says to me
Far
that
too
he's
much.
never had an
Far
arse
more
so
than any
tight.
black dick.
He's never had a white arse so tight, and he thanks you, Dad. The white genes have paid off, he said. So, Dad,
First of all, son, you're not white.
Dad,
Because
I'm
over
white.
my dead body, fuck the gay black dicks. If you are white, you are out on your ass, on that tight white ass right now. Okay, let me tell you this. Because there's so let's not go there.
No, but
you
Dad,
can come
it's
here
red
telling me
now.
you're gay.
It's
Don't
red.
try to tell me you're white.
It's dead.
What's dead?
It's dead. It's my arse is dead. But the thing
You're
is, Dad,
fucking dead. For being white. I'll tell you what. You go take as many.
Being white. Being white.
I can't believe I didn't see this sooner. You go out, you
Dad.
take all the black dick you want, and you be grateful of it, son. You suck that. You deep throat that shit like you've never deep throated a black dick before. Because no son of mine, in fact, you're not mine. You didn't know about this, but you adopted. You and Stacey, that bitch. You're both adopted. I've got the papers. These are the papers. I just happen to have them here. And you
and your sister Stacey.
Yep, we adopted 2 of you. My other kids, those are real, and those are not gay and not white. And And this obviously, I told your mum this would come back to haunt us, and this would go
Dad,
pear-shaped,
no,
and it
but
has
Dad.
dick-shaped.
No, but Dad.
How?
But Dad,
let me ask you a question, son.
Mum said she likes white dick.
Son. Now I know you're having a laugh. Listen, son.
Yes, Dad. Yes.
Listen, this is what I want to. And not son.
Oh.
Son of mine. But anyway, show me how you suck a dick. Because I think this is a joke.
Sorry,
I don't think
sorry,
you. This is all a big joke.
I'm sorry.
You don't
Dad,
even know.
I can't give those details to you, Dad,
No,
because
this
it's
is
a little
a
bit
joke.
too grotesque.
I'm on to you.
I do the
mom-
Mexican Macarena.
Your mom has put you up to this.
No,
if
Dad.
you don't know, if you are not, I tell you what, all the gays, I've seen them. Okay, they're brave as shit. Okay, if I ask one of them, to role play mime, suck this mic if you're gay. Suck this mic.
Dad,
Suck
I can't.
This big black mic.
Dad, I'm white. I can't do those things.
You are white now. Get the fuck out.
And that finishes that. There we go.
But okay, on to
Jesus
other
Christ.
things. Enough gay dicks flying.
Enough gay dicks flying around.
Because some people told me that they enjoyed the talk of survival. You surviving on a desert island.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to take that further. Okay?
Right,
Basically,
okay,
people were saying you didn't have a fucking clue. You'd
I don't know
be
who they
dead.
were, because
You'd be dead.
no one's fucking watching us.
My sister,
The Indian.
and Jagvir.
Right. Okay.
And they said you haven't got a clue. You'd be in that sand, face down, arse up in 2 days. Okay, that's what they said. Dead.
Right. Well.
Okay, so
I invite them to come and give their, show of hands on this.
and
Because
what I did was I went digging for another survival story, a real life survival story. Do you know this name, Aaron Ralston?
no, I don't.
Have you ever seen the story, the movie 127 Hours? Have you heard of that story?
I may have heard.
Does it
of
ring a
but-
bell? You'll know it when I tell you. You'll know this. You may not have seen the movie, okay? But it's a famous story, a survival story.
Is it in the Grand Canyon or something?
Yeah, not
Where
the-
someone traps their ankle, is it, or leg or something
Their
like that?
hand,
Or their arm. Okay.
Okay, so here we go. So you
Yeah,
know the
okay.
story I'm getting
I
at.
do,
So,
yeah.
so I'll run through the story, and all I want you to do is tell me how you would have done things different, better. Okay, you would have survived better than him, or you would have. You can't avoid the situation. You're going to get into this situation, but what would you have done to get help faster? Or
All right. Well,
whatever?
let's talk about it then.
Okay, so in 2003, Aaron was hiking alone in Blue John Canyon.
There's already a mistake.
Okay, Utah, USA. While descending a canyon, a boulder fell and trapped his right arm. For 5 days, he survived off his packed water and snacks, hoping someone would find him. Trouble is, not only was the spot remote, but he also hadn't told anyone where he was going. Okay, realizing that he may never be found and running out of supplies, he was forced to amputate his own arm by cutting through the bone using his multi-tool that included a knife.
Which is the one I requested on the beach.
Yeah, okay, good. So, upon freeing himself, he began the 7-mile walk back to his truck. Okay? During his journey, a family discovered him and alerted authorities. He lost 40 pounds, you'll be able to relate to that,
That's me now,
during his ordeal. And it is nothing short of a miracle that he didn't bleed to death.
Well, yeah, I'd
He
say
now
so.
continues his life as a motivational speaker. So, if you need reminding anything, ask me. But there you are, you're trapped.
I mean, what the hell can you do though in there?
He did a few things.
How
and
can you change? Like, there's nothing, you can't really use anything, can you? I mean, I've seen maybe the movie, so I remember he had his multi-tool and he was hacking away into the rock, trying to cut, trying to knock bits off, trying to free himself that way.
Because remember, he was in the moment. I mean, I don't want to
What
put
else
words
can
in
you
your
do,
mouth,
though?
but I mean, he had food and snacks at the beginning. He let them run out before he tried to really escape. Well, I mean, he tried to escape, tried to get his arm out, but you know what I mean? Do you cut your arm off sooner, for example? Obviously,
No,
not.
that's kind of the last thing you'd want to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Is there anything he didn't think of, or a slightly different way you'd have
I'm not
gone
sure
about
if I remember this off the movie or not, but I possibly It might even be from the movie, but I'm sure he was tipping water over his arm, to try and help free it. Something like that.
I don't
maybe.
recall that from the movie. That would be a waste of water because it was really hard to come by. He was pissing in a bottle and drinking his own beer. But I mean, at the beginning, in the earlier hours, he may have tried.
See, that's
it didn't
what
work.
I might try in the earlier hours just
so
to
you
get
tip
some
your water
lubricant
away
on it or something.
And it didn't work. It's a fucking boulder, mate. Okay, it's massive. It weighs more than a normal man. It weighs more than me, and it's fully wedged your arm in there. And so you try the water. That's great, but no, you're still.
I mean, what else can you really do? Except, well, I mean, I can't really think of anything else that I do because obviously no one's coming. Yeah, I've only got my multi.
Is there a better way to draw people's attention? He was shouting. Could he have done better than that?
I doubt it. I don't think from what I remember about what he had on him in the movie, I don't think he had anything that was really, Didn't he have a phone, but it didn't work? Or did he leave the phone in the van or something like that? And some weird thing where he parked so far away that he was actually way away from anyone. That was his goal or something like that.
Yeah, because he was hiking, mate. You don't hike around your car and just stay in this area.
No, but there's something else about that story where he...
7 miles away from his truck.
He parked it and he left the phone because he really didn't want to get interrupted or something like that. There was something about that.
It's possible, but I thought he exchanged details with some girls he met on the trip. But anyway, the phone didn't work. For one reason or another, it didn't work.
Right.
So...
I mean, to be honest, if I had the phone with me, I would be kind of banking on that being my my best way of...
And as you've just been informed, not moments ago, it doesn't work.
Yeah. And obviously, he couldn't do anything with his phone.
Could you have brought yourself to cut your arm off?
It depends how long I've been there. If I'd been there 5 days, was it 5 days? 7 days?
Yes.
Was it 5 days or something?
127 hours, I think.
So if I'd been there for that amount of time, you have to accept that, don't you? Really, that's gonna happen. Ain't no one coming in 5 days. Do you know what I mean?
But you don't just hold on one more day.
I don't think I could because drinking piss, no food. He must have been at his limit.
Yeah.
To do that, and
well, he was.
Everyone would be.
It was obviously agony to cut through your arm,
for sure. And it must have gotten really cold out there as well in the nights and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would probably do exactly the same thing. Everyone would, I'm sure.
Well, that is a coincidence, isn't it? You were okay. Well,
because who's just going to wait there like that? Dead. Just get found dead. Just like that. You could.
Other hand on your dick.
Naturally. For you, a couple of fingers in the bum and one in the sun.
Okay. Well, how would you have passed the time?
Jesus.
We talked about one option.
Jesus.
Because that would be it for me. The boredom. That would be agony.
Well, and again, I don't know what it was like, but I presume he was standing the whole time.
Yeah, well, he did find a way. He could. I think he could sit.
Right.
He made ropes so he could attach them to the rock and then sit in them like a harness or something. So lazy bastard. Even in, you know what I mean,
swinging around like a dickhead.
Yeah. No, he was. Yeah, he was doing all that, trying to free himself.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got the right idea, obviously. To pass time, I mean, all you could do. And actually, this is kind of... It doesn't really relate at all, but when I was younger, I got stuck on a boat.
Right.
I got stuck on a boat in off a shore in Wales. And
you went off on your own on a boat?
Yeah, it was a little dinghy thing, and I didn't take into account the current that was really strong.
Yeah.
And
I've never heard this.
Yeah, well, now you are. And so obviously I was on this boat, and it went out further and further. And you really panic and you start to think of the worst basically
Yeah.
instantly.
How old were you?
Oh man, 10ish, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were people watching? Your parents could see this.
Yeah, they were on the beach because I
They
was
were just
literally-
letting you float off.
Well, they were on the sand very close, and before they knew it, I was out there.
Right.
So yeah, it doesn't actually relate at all.
Well, it's the feeling.
But yeah, the feeling of it, all
Panic.
the rest.
So what
of it,
did you
but-
do? Did you throw yourself in the water? Did you cut a leg off?
No, I didn't. I just sat there and just like that guy who's sitting in his ropes. I sat there in my dinghy and just
Cried.
floated around.
Right.
Probably did cry at that age.
And how did you get back?
Someone on another boat came, like a little fishing boat came.
Did your parents tell people like what?
Mm,
They
yeah.
couldn't just swim out there.
They couldn't because it was getting pretty choppy out there. It was quickly getting
They
choppy,
thought.
mate.
I mean, I know it's my son, but I'm not gonna.
No, because I think what actually happened was
people.
what actually happened was I think they trusted my older brother with me.
So he was about 12.
So he was on the beach on the he would have been about 15ish, I guess, that time. And he was like literally
Sunbathing, not giving a fuck. I expect if I know your brother. And I
He
think
was
I do.
he was like just because at one point we were really close. I was just here.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it wasn't even that far away, and then I became further away. And then he went and told my mum and dad, who were further up the beach. They came down and saw that I was out, obviously a little bit of quite a way out at that point.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there was a boat just coming past, a little fishing boat was just coming past.
Yeah.
And that boat sort of,
Realised.
realised that I was possibly going to be in trouble. They didn't know if I was going to be in trouble. It kind of all happened
Is it
at the
because
same
you were
time.
bored up in the fetal position, just crying?
No, I was fapping away. No, I was just. I think I was trying to wave to my, because I could see my parents and I could see my brother at this point. My parents had come to the shoreline and I was waving to them and stuff
They're
like
just
that.
waving back.
And they were waving back and
Oh, look at him.
and I could see then obviously the boat was coming and then the boat, the people on the boat, actually there were two people on the boat, and they sort of pulled up the dinghy pulled up me and then
Did they
pulled up
demand any favours or anything for
any returns.
rescuing?
No, they didn't, but they did then just take me back to right up to the water's edge where it was like paddling, so then my mum and dad were there and I got a bollocking. So
So it was your fault in the end.
it was my fault and it was my brother's fault. We shouldn't
Not
have-
your parents, of course. At no point did they
Well,
take
I mean, the thing
any
is-
blame for
the thing
any
is,
of this.
I think
White people.
I think they did say you better not go out on that boat or whatever, or you better not go out on that dinghy or whatever. I think it was my older brother's fault because I think he did say, just go out on it. It was just around here, next to nothing. I'm out. I'm way away. And it wasn't like little waves. It was like full on flipping waves, and I was seeing people. I was seeing
If only I could have
jellyfish
seen.
and
Do you know
shit
what?
and-
You've just reminded me. What's that story of the horse in Japan? Remember you had to do. You were in a parade or something. I was
Okay.
because
So
anyway,
I knew someone
yeah.
who was like every year this city that I lived in would
Yeah.
put on some kind of a like festival with horses and people would
Didn't they dress up as samurais and stuff?
yeah exactly. So like usually the company owners were the samurais.
Yeah.
The people who owned the biggest businesses in that area got to ride the horses, and the other people that wanted to
The
participate,
shitters. What
the
did
cool
they
people
do?
got to drag horses around and,
Hold the horse by the leash. Or
yeah,
whatever,
so
the harness.
the leash, yeah. So I and an experienced someone who actually owned horses was on the other side,
Yeah.
holding the rein, and I was on the other side with zero experience,
Yeah.
holding this side.
Well, it doesn't take much experience just to hold it.
Yeah, you hold it, but the thing is, when the horse gets agitated, it starts to pull and stuff like that, and it pulls you.
Lift
you do
you off the
then.
ground.
Not quite.
But when it does pull, do you feel like you have any control?
You don't have it.
Do you feel like-
they're strong, very
Yeah.
very strong?
Okay.
You can't just pull back. No, stop that, Clive, stop it. There's none of that. You're getting thrown about. So it's
And they smell weakness.
Now that was all good. I could understand that, just it was a little bit of a tug. The horse was getting a little bit agitated, and I was like, oh shit, things are going to go south quickly. Anyway, that made it. That wasn't the bad bit. Yeah. The bad bit was before that parade, there was like an area where we would walk in a big circle, and there was something in the middle, right? Yeah. Like a statue in the middle kind of thing. And so to let the horses exercise and to get them ready for what was the parade, they would all walk in a circle, like a genuine circle. We would all walk around.
No, I get it, a circle.
Yeah, as we, a circle, as we would in the parade. So we were holding. He was on the other side, and I was on the outer side. And for some reason, the guy who I was walking the horse with, decided to change direction. So these horses that were going in a nice, orderly fashion, some of them then, because of this idiot, decided to go against, right?
Against the flow.
Against the flow. So it was like, and the space that we had to work with, it wasn't even masses, it wasn't like a field. It was like 3 horses maybe could fit in that little space, right? So what happened was, we went against the grain, and I was like, this is a fucking terrible idea. How can you not see this is a terrible idea? I'm going to pass that horse. I can see these cats are already agitated, right? Yeah. These horses are already not having it. Because some people are inexperienced, some people are tugging them left, right and centre. They're not having it. Me namely, right? Now, as they go against each other, I somehow ended up on the middle. And it's not like with space, so you can think, fucking hell, that's big. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I'm not touching that. It's like I was rubbing against 2 horses in the middle, and I saw eyeballing me. They were passing me, eyeballing me.
Because their eyes are on the side.
Properly eyeballing me. Big things, like big as my face, like going, eyeballing me and shit. And I was like, this is really not a good situation to be in right now. I've got this guy on my left who's eyeballing me, thinking, what a fucking dickhead. The horse is looking at me thinking like that. And then I've got his mate curling round past me, eyeballing me. He's already clocked me, come round. He's already seen me. And then we rub, and I'm like this, going against in the middle of the horses, like a bit of a sandwich, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's like literally one of the scariest things you can experience, because at any one of those moments, they could just kick.
But they couldn't kick you if you're side on.
Mate.
Oh, as it passes
could just give me a sly kick in the back. At that time, I was weighing about 60 keys. I would have been done. I would have been in half. And that would have been me done, because of some bellend who was supposedly experienced decided to go against the grain, and no one else picked up on it except for me and my horse,
crushed in the middle.
Clearly knew what was going on. So since that time, I don't actually like horses anymore.
Have you ridden one before then?
I rode one before, yeah, but after that, never again. Honestly, it was too close proximity. I was literally rubbing against, properly rubbing. And when you rub against the back end of a horse like that, 9 times out of 10, it's going to kick your ass.
Could you smell shit? Did it remind you of someone?
It was cleaner than that. It was no smelling of shits on them boys, but it was rough. It was tough.
Well,
and it was enough.
The final thing, unless you've got anything else,
I don't at the minute, but
is more survival. Okay, but not.
Jesus.
But this is real. We're going to physically do this, because I throw out scenarios and I say, what would happen if you were, a gang of lads? They catch you.
Yeah.
They tape your hands together. They sit. You're trapped. Okay. Well, let's say they did. Okay. And
not to boulder shoulders over here.
Basically, they've got. Well, you're saying how strong you are, so this will come into play. So you're in the room, and they say, look, pasty-faced white boy.
Where are they from?
I don't know.
This voice is coming back.
They can be. They're a mixer from all over.
All right, Nigerians. Yeah.
Okay, but just know the cocks are huge wherever they're from. Okay, well, they're always packing in my scenarios.
Always can't be in it.
And but anyway, what they say is, look, we've got hold of one of you, and we're going to we're gonna do some things to you. We're gonna enjoy this. Okay, you're not, but we are.
Not the first scenario like this that I've had.
But you know, we're gonna step out for a minute, 15 minutes, and have a talk about which angle,
team briefing,
which angle to
which way's that leg gonna go, and
which angle to service you from first.
Yeah.
So in that
Sounds
time,
like
you
an
have
job.
to escape. Okay, but before that, we're going to actually physically act this out. So I've got a prop over here.
Right.
Okay, and you'll understand. So I said your arms were taped.
Ah, brilliant.
Now before we do this, this is all over the internet. This is an easy thing to escape from. Okay, but obviously. You being you,
right?
You'll never escape, and you'll be getting gangbanged in 15 minutes. Okay, so what I want to do is, and this is just normal duct tape. Okay, is if you just pull your sleeves up and put your hands together. No. Remember, we said we'd go along with anything. Okay, so. And I'm just going to put it around a few times. I'm not even going to go crazy. Okay, but I just want it to be like. A real rapist would, a real male rapist would do. Okay, and then basically you're going to get out of this.
Right.
Okay, and it is easy. It is easy. If you're strong. It's
that's 3.
Well, if I was a rapist and I was looking for some white arse, I would. I'd do about 10, but I'm not going to do that.
I am the higher grade of white. Well,
and now we finish this podcast, and I just leave him to get home like this.
Yeah.
But basically, and I haven't put that on tight. If you show them, that's not too tight. It's tight enough.
Tight. Actually, it's pulling my hairs right off. It does already sting.
So you've been left alone, and now you can go to work on that. Okay. Right. So I want you to get out of that. Now I haven't done this, but there'd be a sock in your mouth. You can't use your mouth. Okay. Now what are you gonna do to get out of this?
Fuck you, bitches. Strongest motherfucker out there.
Okay,
your bitch.
So obviously what I did...
And they all get knocked out.
So obviously what I did there is... I went easy on him. I only did a few layers.
About 10 if you...
It wasn't. But anyway, okay, but there you go. Now if I'd done it really and tight...
It sounds like a fail to me.
Okay then, let me do it again. No, let's do it properly.
That's enough.
Let's do it properly. It's not the layers. No. I did it quite loose. Okay, so you had give, you could stretch it. So I'll just do it one more time. And if you just put your hands together, like interlock your fingers so your wrists are nice and close. And I'll do it one more time, and then if you do it again, then that proves nothing. But anyway,
just proves that your rapist tactics don't quite work.
Because actually, this tape is that tape that you can rip easy, so I shouldn't have.
It's not
really
actually
used
rippable
this.
that easy.
This
it's
is
quite difficult. It just hurts your hairy arms.
Ripped easy, right. But that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I just want it to be a little tighter without the give, and it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, well. All right, that's enough.
Well, no, that's the same as before.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Rip my hair off, yeah. Don't worry about that. All right, that's enough, you fucking cunt. That's enough. Fuck off, again. You fucking.
Okay, I've cleared. This is backfired because this tape is useless. Because look, it's this tape that you can just tear really.
This is absolutely
look! You can tear this really easily.
Absolutely, like 10 layers in different angles.
This has failed, but luckily, I came with a backup plan.
Well, if it's tape, I think my arms have lost enough hair.
No, it's not tape.
Because
it's cable ties. Okay, so
great.
So it's 2 cable ties, and this is the same trick.
Actually, let's see you get out.
Okay, I'll get it, but I don't want to show you the trick.
I've seen this all over the internet.
Look, there's two more. I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna show you, but I just want you to try because now there's no wriggling out easily. It will hurt if you do that. Okay, so put your hands out. This is the last one. Then I'll do it. There's a real method, and I wanted to educate you.
The problem is I've just forgotten it. So I saw it not even that long ago.
I wanted to. It's obvious.
If you're a 14-year-old girl, how'd you get out of it?
No, it's just called being strong. So if you put your hands out, and then after this, I'll happily do it. And I'll do one just to...
I wish I'd prior researched this as well.
Well, of course.
That's nice and pinchy. That's not sore. And pinchy on my little wrists. Ooh.
Okay, that's on. Now, you'll need a technique here. I don't think you're just gonna. And if you're me, you might get out of that quite easily.
You see, the problem here is that I don't remember the video that I saw of how to get out of.
There's a few ways. Now, obviously,
Out
if you could look around the room, there was something to cut, but we're not doing that. We're trying to get out of it sitting here. Imagine you're strapped to the chair, okay, and you need to free your hands. But of course, if you could bite it or cut it, but you can't.
What is this? I remember.
As the blood flow starts
I
to slowly
can't remember
decrease.
the way of getting it, but I'm glad you brought this to my attention.
Yeah,
because I'll
because-
certainly never forget this.
Yeah, because you don't want to. Because there's gangs of international rapists all over the shop, and they'll be back in like 5 minutes. So you're not allowed to use teeth. Your mouth has a sock in it. I can.
Great. Well, no.
A black sock, mind you.
Then honestly, I've forgotten how to get out of these.
Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll try it together, and this goes wrong, we're both trying. So,
well, because I drive home,
so what you can do is put this one on me, if you can.
What the fuck can I do? What the fuck are we doing here? Jesus Christ! This is. Come off it, you prat! Jesus Christ! Look at the state of this. Fucking hell! All right, slip your hand in there.
Can you do?
You
it?
fucking dickhead!
Okay, wait.
Oh,
Okay, just grab hold of it. And
wait
then
a minute.
Hope you're seeing all this.
Jesus Christ! I can't even get a.
Well, we'll just do one then, but it's the same technique.
We can do two.
I haven't tried this. I'm just confident in my strength. Okay, I'll pull it up.
Wait.
Okay.
And then let's get this one on as well, just for.
Really?
Yeah, really. Fucking do right.
No, just because it's
You twat. And we'll go down here as well, because that's the lower we go, the more fun this will be.
Okay, if you can do it. Okay. Now, if this goes wrong,
All right,
obviously
get that
we're
on your
both
teeth, you twat.
That's the same one.
No, a little bit more than that.
Okay, so the idea is, now this could get very embarrassing very quickly.
It could.
The idea is you can't just power out of it.
Point out that my hands are red.
You're supposed to drive your arms down past your sides. Okay. Now already, it feels like it's not going to work. Okay, because this fucking kills. If you can just see how deep this is into the skin.
I'll show you the red, because I've got veins popping out for days.
I don't know if you can quite see that. See those bones? So I'm going to try, and this is either going to really hurt and break bones, or I'm going to be free, and there's no rapist getting this arse tonight. Okay? So here we go. And it will hurt, because there's two. All right.
This little bitch. Alright.
That fucking caned.
Right, then we're getting scissors on this, pal, because I'm not doing that. Fuck off.
Do it.
No way!
It's good.
I'm not doing that, no
You
way.
need to know.
No, I don't.
Okay, then, so he's made the decision
I've
that
made-
his arse is on the menu
I'll
tonight.
fight other ways, mate, I will.
You go on then. Let's see how you're going to fight. Because
I'll fight with my teeth, I'll fight with
All right then.
bosh. I'll get the headbutts out.
Here's the first dip coming in. It's coming. There's more.
There's now loads of dicks just coming in. They're all
they're coming.
Oh, get out of my face, dicks. Get out of see already. No more dicks.
Right. So, but anyway, you're tied to a chair. You're getting it up the arse. So,
right.
Come on, just do it.
No way. No way.
Just for a second.
No way.
This guy is a bitch.
There's no way, mate.
Just it doesn't
Look at the state of that.
That's from
fucking hell.
It looks like that because it looks like that
No way.
because
Where's
it was
the fucking-
because it was so tight. I
Listen,
look,
yeah.
that's why it's not from ripping it.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll get out of these with scissors.
There's no
downstairs.
scissors.
That's the smart way out.
There's
for
no
me.
scissors.
So
Who's gonna give you scissors?
me, I'm gonna give me scissors. Now, that is how I hope to get out of it.
Okay, well, there's no scissors, so how are you getting out? Because
Well,
you've got to drive
I'll
from
go
your
down
home.
there and I'll get scissors. Just over there, down there.
And
there'll
how are
be
you going to
scissors.
cut with your hands like that?
You're gonna cut. You fucking got me.
Well, I'll put them down my pants first. Then I'll cut them off.
Right. Well, anyway,
Just do it. It's not that bad. It's like a second. It's like
not doing it.
it's good. Try
do
that
it.
at home because that's fun.
Yeah, you try it.
But get better.
Make your videos. send them in, and or comment, show us how the fuck. If anyone's got any better ways, because this twat is probably not going to cut me out of here.
Just do it.
Post us,
I'm not gonna
I'll be
cut you
still
out.
sitting here.
I'm gonna.
I'll be just reading your updates.
Just do it. It's not
that's
that
a nice
bad.
way.
It doesn't cut you. These marks are from it being so.
Oh yeah,
tight.
yeah.
Yours
I know,
are longer than mine.
I know it's not going to cut.
It
But
just
the
easily.
thing is,
It just it's
I'm
this
already
breaks.
getting cut. So
This breaks.
I've already been
just
cut.
do it. Just do it.
We're going to finish this.
Do it. He's
We're-
scared
and
of
then I'm
pain.
gonna get scissors.
He's scared of pain.
Mate,
He'll
I've
never be a
had
hero.
enough pain in my
He'll never be a hero. He'll never escape the rapist.
Right.
They're gonna come.
I'll never even.
They're gonna
be
come all over
anywhere
you,
near
lad.
Rapists.
You're gonna be dripping wet tonight.
Right.
Just
That does sound like an ending.
Guys, we said we're up for anything. Just do it. What if?
That's where we say goodbye. That's where we turn off and we say goodbye. Let's get it. Let's get it.
can't
And I'm just
believe-
there going goodbye.
Just do it. Just get out of it.
Goodbye.
Do you know why he won't do it? Because he's scared he won't be strong enough to do it.
I know, I'll be strong
I'll be
enough,
honest.
mate.
I didn't even do it with that much strength. I tested it first, if I'm really honest, and it wasn't that bad. But it really does work. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. I was gonna
Let's
have
just
to
get
really
this shit off so that I can get cut out.
use some of my immense power. Do you see the width? This isn't.
Let's just get this shit.
Okay, do it then.
No.
Do
Let's
it.
just turn this off. Let's get the fuck out of here. So we
White
can
dick
get-
coming in. A white
out
one.
of
It's a white.
That's me for the night. Fucking hell. Let's get this off and let's get the hell out of here.
Right,
Jesus
okay.
Christ. Cut me the fuck out of here.
Okay, guys.
Cut me the
Comment. And Mario, wake the fuck up.
Indians, fuck off. Get me the fuck out of here. Turn it off. Couldn't find any scissors, so
I tell you what, it would have been easier.
just
if you
fucking cut it. Jesus Christ. Get it fucking cut.
It would have been easier because when
Get
am I
it
going to
cut.
fit this in?
Fucking hell. Jesus. Not like that, you twat. Go from this way.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. Watch the skin, you bell end.
I'll tell you what, this is wrong material to be doing this with. You're going to end up getting cut.
Fucking hell. You're not doing anything.
You should have let.
Hey,
You
twat,
you should have just broke out of it because this is way more dangerous.
Fucking hell.
I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Hey, oh, slow down, you dickhead. Fucking idiot.
Is it cutting? We're getting hot soon. Jesus, this is not the sharpest.
You old bastard, you fucking cunt. You.
Why do you do it now, bro?
No, I'm not fucking breaking it. I'm just
one.
getting fucking cut off,
With
you
what?
twat.
This could cut you, man.
Fucking dickhead. Keep it in one place,
I'm
Jesus
trying.
Christ.
But it sticks like this.
Yeah, fucking.
That's when things get dangerous.
Hey, you fucker. Jesus Christ. That touched skin, that did, you bellend. Oh, you bastard. Fucking hell, it's stuck to me fucking tiny wrists. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. See fucking blood, mate. Dickhead. Jesus Christ, looks like a fucking...
And I guess we
at
found
it.
out how he will survive. He has to basically pray to God that a hero.
Just don't get
Like
caught
me
by rapists.
is
basically it, isn't it? Jesus
No one
Christ.
would want to rape you anyway.
Fucking hell.
Right.
This prime arse.
Tune in for
Get it back
episode
at us.
5.